Although this book isn't about cancer, I think the experience of your being diagnosed with cancer was the point at which everything spiraled down around us. Yeah. And we had to start asking the questions about when horrible, hard things happen, where is God? Yeah. Is he good? Is he with us? You kind of grow up and you expect certain things from life. And when all of that falls away, it's the gift of getting to figure out what really matters.
So why'd you want to write a book with me?
Well, you asked. I love to write. I wanted to say no because it felt like a big, overwhelming, hard thing to do. And then as I thought about it, and having done it, the gift of writing the book has been the opportunity to look back over our life and think, what a life we've lived. How faithful has God been? I even say in the book that I wish everyone would write a book at some point. Mm-hmm. Or if they didn't write one, that they would look back over their lives as if they were writing a book. I realized I know God through the ins and outs of life and the experiences we've had, and I wouldn't have seen it pieced together in the way that I've been able to, other than getting to do this with you. And that has been the greatest gift.
People have asked me, is this like a biography? And I'm like, yes, it's us telling a bunch of stories. Some are really funny, some will make you cry, but I just don't really care that much. I don't think people care that much. Like, ooh, I really want people to know about us. But I think the beauty of this book is it's more of an invitation than just a biography. We've got some really interesting stories that have led us to some really interesting places. We're like still in the midst of learning so much. Yeah. So I feel like this is just an invitational book versus a biographical book. Everybody's waking up. Everybody's trying to figure out, like, how do I actually live today? Some people are even asking, how do I join Jesus in my day? And if you're a Jesus follower, that's like our grand invitation, that we get to join him in our day is so different from working for him or trying to be good for him. So I think our stories just over and over in here are sharing our grief and sharing our gratitude and trying to figure out, how do we do this well together? And not even for our sake, but for the sake of our neighbor, for the sake of our enemy, for the sake of our kids, for the sake of our neighborhood. We want to wake up more intentionally. What do you remember about those days?
Well, yeah. And even backing up, although this book isn't about cancer, I think the experience of your being diagnosed with cancer was the point at which everything spiraled down around us. Yeah. And we had to start asking the questions about when horrible, hard things happen, where is God? Yeah. Is he good? Is he with us? You kind of grow up and you expect certain things from life. And when all of that falls away, it's the gift of getting to figure out what really matters. And so I think starting from that point, again, not that cancer is the story, but it was the impetus for us to start looking more deeply at life, at each other, of being so incredibly grateful for what we had for however much longer we got to have it. Yeah. And that radically changed who we were. That's a lot of what this book is about.
What's your hope for people to read this book?
I loved writing the community section of the book because it felt like an invitation to whoever might be reading, think creatively about what community can look like in their lives. And I know for us, the people we've walked with, discovered God alongside, has been one of the most shaping things. Yeah. I'm excited to invite people into that, into what it might look like to find their people.
I think when I write in this, that I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. I'm not a fan of cancer in any way, shape, or form, but I'm just like you. I think sorrow is the greatest gift because the gift is sobriety. The gift is perspective. And without pain and sorrow and breaking of our will and our kingdoms and our queendoms, it's hard for us to actually seek first the kingdom of God. That is such a crazy thing to say in all this time. that I would not trade this for anything. You're a different woman. I'm a different man than we would have been without this. For that, I am so grateful.